Yo, what up? This your boy Logical Life Perspectives, and I don't post that much. I've been posting about AMC like my last probably few videos, AMC stock, and I just wanted to talk about the reverse stock split, the the ape shares that went to Antera Capital, the everything that's going on, the divisiveness, divisiveness in the community, but this is my opinion on it, man. And I think it's common sense, really. Like, we have like accumulated so many shares over the last year and a half, retail investors. Like, think about it. Why now? Why not? I don't think it's that urgent. Why would Adam Aaron come out and do what he did at this point? I don't think it's that urgent. Like, you got fourth quarter earnings after Avatar and all those great movies drop. You got fourth quarter earnings coming up, which gonna AMC gonna blow them earnings out of the water. Like, it's no reason. Like, there's no like there's no way retail investors should be this should sit right with retail investors. Why? And why do I say that? Because over the last year and a half, we've seen the price just get laddered down, just laddered down, laddered down, laddered. Like, what's stopping that from keep happening? That's all we've seen. You know, is the price come down? It's obvious what they're doing. All 65, maybe 70% of the orders are sitting in run to the dark pool, so that all you get on the free market on the stock exchange is selling pressure, and so all the buying pressure is going to the dark pool, and they've been able to do this just with impunity. Like, that's all we've seen. All you can do as an ape is go by what we've seen, what's been going on, the history of what's been going on. That's all. That's the data that you have. What's with all this is I understand people make the company better fundamentally and get the short side of that. I understand that wholeheartedly. I see where you guys is coming from, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to stay positive, but that's fine and dandy, man, to stay positive, but don't just let the price action over the last year just fly under the radar, just pass by your head when all this is coming out. Like, in my opinion, the biggest fear that we put in the hedge funds is how many shares we've accumulated. You have apes owning 1,000 shares, 4,000 shares, 5,000 shares, with the short squeeze looming. This short squeeze is descending down upon these hedge funds. It's descending. The reason why I say that is because you have the price sitting at $4 and something. You can't short it down much more. Like, it's not going to be profitable. Like, you spending all this money, cost the borrower is going up. Like, in this talk of the stock getting AMC stock getting delisted, it's not going to get delisted. It's not going to get delisted. It's not the what they would what it's not going to get delisted. It's heavily shorted. What they're going to do is cover their shorts at a low price to try to profit, and it's looming. The price is getting so low that it's time. That is how the trading works, whether you shorten or going long. When you up so much, the stock is at $4 and something for shorts. When it's down that low and you're shorting it with all this good news, good movies coming out for AMC, four corner earnings is going to be great. It's time to take profits. You see what I'm saying? And The problem with taking profits is all those failure to deliver, all those synthetics. All that's the problem with taking profits. It just looks suspicious. Like, is Adam Aaron in bed with the hedge funds? I'm not saying he is, but he's making it look too suspicious. Like, it's profit taking time for the shorts. Not just in AMC, it's profit taking time for the shorts all across the market. You got great growth stocks at rock bottom. It's time to take profits. That's what the Santa Claus rally is all about. Like next week we're looking to have a run because profit taking. Like I'm going back to the price action. And this is my point, so I can wrap this video up before 10 minutes. All we've seen is shortened down ladder attacks for months and months and months and months and months. Halts when the market has to be in on it. You have a stock over here that has nothing to do with our play, run up 1,000% in a day, 0 halts. You have AMC when you get a powerful run, a powerful 50-cent run with AMC 8 gets halt after halt after halt after halt after halt. You know why? Because it's time. It's time. It's time, meaning a powerful run, then it's all over. It's all over. They halt 50-cent runs when it happens too fast, because if that thing runs up $2 real fast, like, it's gonna get out of control and they're gonna have to cover. I'm telling you, it has to be the reason. Who in the stock market? Comment below if this video can gain enough traction. Comment down below. The guys who've been in the market 10, 15, 20 years. Have you seen a stock that gets halted on a 50-cent run up to the upside 5 times in a day, 13 times on Ape on its IPO? Like, okay, back to the shares that we've accumulated. We've accumulated thousands of shares. Hard work, diligent, buying the dip. Paper Hand's been out of this play. Paper Hand's been out of this play. All you got is straight holders. All you got is holders and hodlers in this play right now, holding on for dear life and buying the dip, which is scaring it's scaring the hell out of them. You have we all should be united in this play. You know why? Because every commentator on YouTube has a piece of truth with everything they said. It's just, we have to not get too emotional. I like Ape Nation Will, even though he doesn't have a lot of followers. He has truth in what he's saying, man. A lot of truth. He knows what he's talking about. He gets a little emotional sometimes. I know he gets a little worked up, but he knows what he's talking about. And he just took evidence and put it to play in what he was saying. AMC Biggins, a lot of truth in what he's saying. A lot of truth in what he's saying about the fundamentals of the play has to get better. Al from Boston, there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth. Everybody, Boss Blunts, a lot of truth. It's a lot of guys who just spit that truth when it comes to AMC stock. And we've been seeing the price come down. There's no way. Okay, we want the fundamentals to be good. All you guys that say, oh yeah, y'all are crazy for saying we need to vote no. You vote yes, get the fundamentals good. No matter if the shares get dropped down 1 to 10, it doesn't matter. Get the fundamentals good. Get the shorts out. Play has the same much equity. We're gonna squeeze. They've been dropping the price with no restitution, with impunity. For how dangerous is that for retail investors? If we take 1 to 10 of our stocks, if I have 1,000 shares and it goes down to 100, how dangerous is that for my investment if they just keep synthetically dropping this thing after? Right now, the hedge funds know it's better for retail to have 5,000 shares, 1,000 shares with a short squeeze Lumen. There's not much lower you can go. You have to take profit as a short. 5,000 shares, 1,000 shares, whatever you have. It's better to have that at $4.50 than to have than that to be cut down to 100 shares or 500 shares with the same much equity in the stock, raising the share price to 50 to maybe around $50. It looks great. It looks good, right? Okay, share price went up, same amount of money in the play. Do we think a switch is going to be switched on after that reverse split to where they're going to have to stop bringing it down? That's too dangerous. Maybe a switch will get cut on where they can stop with it, where they would have to stop bringing it down. Maybe, but it's too dangerous after what we've seen for the longest. It's too dangerous to cut your shares down from 1,000 to 100 with the stock coming down like that. Because if it continues to come down, you have your share count went to 100 from 1,000, and the stock continues. Now you sitting there with 100 shares at $20. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's dangerous. That's very dangerous after you diligently bought the dip. Like, it's hard work went into buying that dip. It's hard work went into buying that dip. It's hard work went into buying that dip. Hard work, dedication, what's the word for it? Being in the play, having confidence in the play, having conviction in the play, buying that dip, getting your share. Cause people who had a low amount of shares and they just bought that dip. They worked their job, working 60 hours a week, buying that dip with the extra overtime money, buying that dip. Come a year and a half later, they're over 1,000 shares, man. And why would you risk after getting your share count? Share count is valuable. That's the message of this video. Share count that you have is valuable. To all the people who saying vote yes, you're being oblivious to how share count is valuable in when it comes to this play. And they know that. They know that. If this thing goes off with retail holding 400 million shares, that's like, and maybe if this thing maybe they're doing the right thing. They saving us from a financial collapse. If this play goes off with retail holding all the wealth, not the wealth transfer, because it's not going to be enough money. So maybe they saying the hedge funds are too big to lose. So gently extracting equity out of the play. That was so deceitful to call Ape a dividend. Extract the equity from AMC common stock that we accumulated and extracted that and acted like you were giving us a dividend. No, you just split our play and put 30% of the equity that we've already had into Ape and say you doing us a favor. But one thing they admitted with Ape is that share count counts, because that was the dividend. If you had 1,000 shares of AMC, now you have 1,000 shares of AMC and 1,000 shares of Ape, which means 2,000 shares. So if something big was to happen, 2,000 instead of 1,000. They admitted that having a large amount of shares counts. It's valuable. To cut that thing down 1 to 10, why so much? 1 to 110? To cut that down after a person accumulated those shares, if they short that thing down from $50 to $20, who has the money to buy shares, $20 a share, $15 a share, to get their count back up to 1,000? Come on, man. He would have to prove that they're going to have to stop. That he's going to have to prove that the corruption will stop, the shorting will stop. Their utilization has been at 100 for the bulk of a year. Where are you getting shares from to keep shorting down the stock, man? With impunity. Nobody's coming in, swooping in, saying what the hell is going on. No, they just doing it well. Like, this is just a point of view. This is not saying that I'm all the way right. But you can't ignore that. You can't ignore that the price has been like that. Why the price is like that? Split everybody's shares 10-1, and then the price still going. You have less shares with the price going like that. Adam Aaron knows better than that. You have to ensure, you can't do the shareholders like that. You have to ensure that something's going to be done by the sliding board first. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Listen, this has to be taken into consideration, man. Like, even Lou versus Wall Street, he says the squeeze is going to be controlled. Like, they could be deceiving. Like, what if the squeeze automatically, they were setting it that it's going to go to 700? 700. And then after they cut, they pull a mind trick to where they cut everybody's shares down 110 and then let it go to 700. All that is, after a reverse stock split, all that is all-time highs. When you have beginner traders with the post reverse stock split, they're gonna see 700 and think something big is happening, but all we did was make it back to all-time highs. You see what I'm saying? Just like when they distributed APE deceitfully, saying it's a dividend. Beginner newbie apes thought to themselves, well, I still have my AMC, I'll just sell APE. When they took 30% of the equity, that's like placing a cipher, a conduit to the play and extracting equity out of the play. And people who are not experienced enough, not understanding that's equity in the play, and selling it, giving it back, like taking money out of the play is valuable. And that's what they did. They split it 30% of the play, and people not knowing what to do with that 30%, thinking that it's not valuable, and selling it. Now they're slowly extracting more equity out of play. This is money. It's money. Okay, we extracted some air out of the play with APE. Now let's extract some air out of the play by massively chopping down their share count as the price still goes down. Constantly extracting pressure off the play. Extracting it off the play. Come on, man. It's a lot more to be said about this. Antera Capital, like, it's a lot more to be said. Like, if you think about this thing, like, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. The video went on too long. Think about this, man. Logical Life Perspectives.